Hello everyone, welcome to Inner Love Messages. I'm Sarah, and if you're new here, I want to extend a warm welcome. If you're already a subscriber, I'm so glad you're back. Today, I have a special love message from your person. This message will help us dive into how they're currently feeling about you and your connection and explore their thoughts and emotions at this moment. I'm going to be pulling cards from this deck to bring forward an honest and heartfelt message from your person. The goal here is to tap into what they genuinely want to express, especially those core truths they feel you need to understand right now. The first energy that comes through is one of a missed opportunity, and it carries a really heavy emotional weight. It feels thick with unspoken regrets, like echoes of choices that weren't made or words that were left unsaid. I'm picking up a deep frustration coming from them, especially if they embody more masculine energy. There's something raw, even painful, sitting just beneath the surface. It's as if they're wrestling with what your connection really means and where it stands now. Even if there's been distance between you, physically, emotionally, or both, something has stirred within them recently. It might have been a specific event or just a quiet moment of reflection, but whatever it was, it's made them question everything. Right now, it seems like they're turning inward. They're trying to find answers, maybe even praying or asking the universe for clarity. There's this feeling of spiritual searching, like they're not just looking for peace in the relationship, but within themselves too. It's as though they're caught in this tension between love and loss, trying to figure out what it all means. This idea of the relationship being a missed opportunity keeps coming up for them. It's not just a passing thought. It's something they sit with often. They wonder why they met you in the first place if it was going to be this hard or painful. They're asking themselves deep, existential questions. Why did they fall so deeply for you? Why did they give so much of themselves if it was all going to become so uncertain? They're stuck in this loop of questioning, not just about what's happened, but what could have been. And it's not just about regret, it feels deeper than that. There's a real sense of wondering if the timing was wrong, if something got in the way, or if they themselves unknowingly sabotaged the connection. That emotional burden sits heavy on their heart. It's not just about you, it's like they've lost part of themselves too. They're unsure how to fix things, unsure how to go back or move forward, and that uncertainty is keeping them in a place of emotional limbo. At the same time, they are aware that this connection has changed them. As painful and confusing as it's also been transformative. They've grown emotionally and spiritually through knowing you. But that doesn't stop the questions. Could it have been different? Would things have turned out better if they had made different choices, opened up more, or if circumstances had aligned just a little differently? It feels like something has shifted between you lately, whether it was an actual event or just a growing distance. Your person is really going inward now, trying to understand their feelings, the connection, and what it all means. They could be leaning into their intuition, talking to someone they trust, or simply sitting with their thoughts, hoping for some kind of clarity to come through. There's a storm of emotions swirling within them, and they're struggling to find a calm center. Right now, they're standing at a significant crossroads. The weight of everything feels overwhelming. It's not that they've completely given up. There's still a desire to see things through, but they're battling a lot of confusion. They notice certain patterns repeating, whether those are internal fears, external blocks, or just timing that never seems to line up. There's a part of them that wonders if maybe this is how it was always going to end. Not with closure, but with longing and what-ifs. What stands out most strongly is their deep questioning of the whole purpose behind your connection. It's like they're asking the universe, why bring us together if it was never meant to work out? That question is filled with emotion, frustration, heartbreak, and a desperate need for understanding. If you've been feeling this emotional intensity too, it's likely because they're projecting a lot of energy into this process, even if they're not saying anything out loud. There's so much unsaid between you. The timing, the back and forth, the emotional pull you both feel but can't seem to stabilize. It's exhausting, and they're really sitting with that. They're asking themselves if this is part of the journey or if maybe the connection has run its course. It's like they're standing in the eye of an emotional storm, trying to make sense of everything they've felt and experienced with you. This is an incredibly tender and vulnerable moment for them. They're craving clarity, not just about where things stand between you two, but also within themselves. Their heart and mind are in conflict, and they're doing their best to navigate it. They're searching for answers, maybe even the courage to face some truths they've been avoiding. This inner struggle is very real, and whether or not they say it out loud, they're trying to make peace with the emotional weight they're carrying. Say it out loud if you need to. This is an emotionally heavy space to be in. There's a deep desire here for clarity, for some kind of breakthrough. Whether it's moving forward in the relationship or finally finding peace enough to let go, something needs to shift. If you're in your divine feminine energy and you've been feeling a disconnect between you and your person lately, it's only natural to start wondering how they're coping with the distance, what's really going on with them emotionally. While I can't say exactly how they've processed things before, I can feel a real change in their energy now. It's like they're in this deep state of inner reflection, asking themselves powerful, even life-changing questions. And honestly, it feels like you're doing the same. Both of you are trying to understand why this separation is happening and what it really means for your connection. Right now, your person is really leaning into their spiritual support system. They're seeking answers, trying to understand the delays, questioning why your paths even crossed in this lifetime. There's confusion for sure, but also a kind of reverence, like they're finally starting to grasp the bigger picture. And that's no small thing, because they're usually someone who holds their emotions in. They might not express what's going on inside, but at this point they can't avoid facing it. Something in them is shifting in a big way. That might be why you're picking up on their emotions more strongly lately. Maybe you felt sudden sadness, exhaustion, or irritability, and you can't quite explain where it's coming from. It's like you're both silently feeling each other, even across the distance. There's this emotional back and forth that's happening beneath the surface, and it can be draining, especially when there's no clear communication, but this exchange has a purpose. You are both processing and healing, each in your own space, yet still deeply connected. Before you dive into the full video, I just want to say, if this reading resonates with you and you want to show a little love for the energy I've put into it, feel free to leave a super thanks in your name. It means a lot. Now, a message that's coming through loud and clear is this simple but powerful question: do you trust me? And while that might sound like your person asking you directly, what I'm picking up is deeper. This feels like it's coming from a higher place, their spiritual guides, or even the universe itself. It's a gentle nudge for them to trust in the timing, even when things don't seem to make sense. They may be frustrated or emotionally overwhelmed, but they're being called to let go, to surrender to the journey. It's a big moment, this invitation to trust. It's not just about trusting each other, it's about trusting the divine timing of the connection. Even in stillness, even when it feels like nothing is happening, something is. The universe is working, it's unfolding in ways you might not see yet. This whole experience you're both moving through, it's a cycle. Sometimes you come back together and everything feels aligned. Then something shifts and it pulls you apart again, creating space for reflection, for healing. It's a hard pattern, especially for your person. They have a vision of what they want with you. They see the future clearly, but the path keeps throwing them curveballs, whether from inside themselves or the world around them, and that constant push-pull forces them to go deeper within. They're frustrated, maybe even angry at times, not just with the delays, but with the fact that it all feels out of their control. But within that frustration, they're discovering something real. The vision is becoming more vivid, and so is the awareness of what they need to do. It's becoming more about trusting themselves and less about forcing outcomes. That's where the real growth is happening. Even though this phase feels stuck or difficult, it's not meaningless. You're both being led to deeper insight about each other, about yourselves, and about the spiritual purpose of this bond. It's not just a romantic connection, it's a catalyst for transformation. I can feel they've recently pulled their energy back a bit. They're turning inward, focusing more on their own journey and reconnecting with something bigger than themselves. Meeting you has sparked something profound in them. It's shifted their worldview, their priorities, even their sense of identity. It's like everything they thought they knew is being reevaluated, and now, as they face yet more delays or detours, it's bringing up intense emotions. They're looking at their past, their patterns, their purpose. These aren't surface-level thoughts. They're deep, soul-level questions, and every one of those questions is a doorway to growth, both for them and for your connection. Your masculine energy is beginning to take this connection more seriously than ever. They're asking the hard questions about their behavior, their mindset, where the two of you really stand. It's starting to weigh on them heavily. They know the work is necessary, but surrendering to the process isn't easy for them. They want things to resolve quickly, but this isn't a journey they can rush. And that's the heart of it. They're being called to let go of control, to trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it needs to. Even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. They're feeling the weight of something that needs to be fixed, something they can't quite ignore. But beneath all the noise in their head and heart, there's one quiet but persistent question echoing through. Do you trust me? It's not just about trusting this connection. It's about trusting the entire journey, their growth, their path, their purpose. I want you to really take in that what's happening right now is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. Even if it doesn't make perfect sense yet, there's a deeper transformation taking place, one that's being guided by something bigger than both of you. This connection isn't just random or ordinary, it's part of a much larger spiritual process. You two were meant to cross paths for a reason, and that reason goes far beyond just romance. It's about healing, evolving, and awakening on a soul level. There's something powerful that's beginning to reveal itself. Both the divine feminine and masculine are being affected by it. If you've already walked a path of deep spiritual growth, those moments when it was just you and the divine, facing your shadows and uncovering your truth, then you might recognize what your person is going through now. They're diving deep within, possibly for the first time, looking for answers to questions they didn't know they had. It's not easy. This kind of awakening often comes with doubt, confusion, and emotional intensity. But every step they take is bringing them closer to clarity, to understanding who they really are and why your lives intersected. Everything that's unfolding is happening for a purpose. Your connection is aligning in ways you might not fully see yet, but it's all coming together. And the key right now, don't rush it. Let it unfold naturally. Trust the process. Trust the questions. Trust that the answers are on their way. Also, if you feel drawn to be a part of our small, soulful community, we'd love to have you. Just hit the join button and become part of the journey. Your presence has sparked something powerful in them. It's like a door has been opened inside them, one they didn't even know existed. They're digging into their emotions, exploring themselves in a way they never have before, and it's all because of the bond they share with you. It goes beyond the physical or the logical, it's deeply spiritual. This connection didn't come from effort or pursuit. It just happened. It found them. That's the essence of twin flames. It's not about chasing something. It's about being chosen by something bigger. This love is different, rare, sacred. It's awakened a part of them they didn't even know was asleep. Now they're trying to understand what this all means. They're seeking clarity, turning to spiritual guidance, reading, watching videos, maybe even asking others for insight. Deep down, they already know this isn't just a fleeting feeling. This is something real, something that changes everything. They might even be wondering if this is their one chance, the opportunity that showed up when they least expected it. This isn't just about romantic love. It's about a completely new way of experiencing life. From the moment they met you, something shifted. Life before you felt routine, like they were just going through the motions. But now, everything's different. There's color where there was gray. There's purpose where there was emptiness. They feel seen, understood, and alive in a way they never imagined possible. They're starting to see that there's something in you, something only they truly connect with. It's changing how they see everything. You're not just someone they care about. You're part of them. And this connection feels like something written in the stars. It's deeper than love. It's spiritual, cosmic, timeless. What they feel for you is unlike anything they've felt before. You've awakened something no one else ever has. Before, they were drifting. Now, they're alive. You've changed the way they see the world, and more than that, you've changed the way they love. It's a love that's more real, more raw, and more meaningful than words can fully explain. It's a soul-deep connection. You feel like they're missing piece, the part of themselves they didn't even know they were searching for, and now that they've found you, they're all in. They want to understand this connection. They want to cherish it. They want to make it real. Right now, they're mentally and emotionally going over everything, every feeling, every sign, every shift since you entered their life. They're trying to make sense of it all, maybe even feeling like their spiritual guides are helping them understand. And the realization that's coming through is this. This wasn't chance. You two were brought together for a reason. You were chosen for this moment, for this role in each other's lives. If any part of this resonates with you, you probably remember that undeniable energy shift when you first met them. That moment where nothing felt the same after. It shook your perception of love, of connection, of what's possible between two souls. And now, they're starting to feel it too. They're waking up to the depth of this bond. not just on the surface, but at the soul level. This isn't just a relationship, it's a reunion of two energies that were always meant to find their way back to each other. Right now, your person is going through something incredibly intense. Everything that's been happening between you two isn't just a phase for them, it's one of the most powerful, life-changing experiences they've ever had. It feels almost unreal, something beyond what they ever imagined possible. This connection has shaken up every part of their world, shifting their perspective and stirring something deep within them. The energy between you is so strong that it feels like it's changed them from the inside out. They're in this state of awe, constantly asking themselves, what just happened? As they try to understand all the emotional and energetic shifts they've been feeling. And even if they don't have all the answers yet, they know, without a doubt, that life will never go back to how it was before. After going through such a profound awakening, they're now facing delays, blocks, and setbacks. It's almost like the universe is asking them to pause, breathe, and actually feel everything that's coming up. Divine Feminine, you might not fully see it, but this experience is impacting them more deeply than you know. They may not be able to express it clearly, but they are absolutely feeling it. This connection has reached places inside them they've kept hidden, possibly for years. They've spent a long time suppressing their emotions, and now, with you, all of it is rising to the surface. Raw, real, and impossible to ignore. Your presence alone has sparked something powerful within them. Just being near you has changed the way they see the world. They're beginning to notice parts of themselves they didn't even know existed, and it's all because of this bond. If any of this feels familiar to you, it's likely because your divine masculine is starting to realize who you are to them. You're their twin flame. Maybe at first they couldn't quite name it. They might have thought it was a soulmate connection, but the more they felt, the more they realized this runs deeper than that. This is the kind of journey that transforms someone to the core. It's not easy, but it's sacred, and as they begin to understand that truth, they're also beginning to grasp how big this is, for you, for them, and for everything that's to come. They've been awakened to something bigger than themselves. It's overwhelming, yes, but also completely life-altering. There's no going back. They're on this path now, even if they don't fully know where it leads. They're starting to see this connection not as a passing moment, but as a spiritual journey, one with the power to heal, to evolve, and to lead them toward their highest self. A lot of the frustration they're feeling right now is coming from a deep emotional space. It's not just confusion, it's a storm of feelings they don't fully understand yet. Emotions are messy, and for someone who's used to control and logic, it can be incredibly unsettling. But here's the beautiful part, the soul knows the way. Even when things feel chaotic, the soul is quietly guiding us toward healing and growth. What we label as negative emotions, fear, doubt, anger, they're not here to hurt us. They're showing us where to look, what to feel, and what to heal. These feelings have a purpose. None of them are wasted. They're part of the path. This is where the universe steps in. When everything feels shaky or uncertain, there's a quiet question being asked. Do you trust me? It's an invitation to surrender, to let go of needing all the answers, and to allow life to unfold as it's meant to.
The pauses, the delays, even the moments of silence, they all have meaning. They're shaping you both, preparing you for something greater than you can currently see. Your person is slowly realizing that this journey is about more than just the two of you. There's a bigger purpose at play here, and even if they're not fully aware of it yet, they're on their way. They're starting to understand that the frustration and confusion aren't signs that things are broken. They're signs that something sacred is coming together, piece by piece. Divine Feminine, you may have already walked through this fire. You've felt the ups and downs, you've learned the power of patience, and you've grown stronger in the waiting. But if you're still in the midst of it, this is your glimpse into what lies on the other side. It's not always easy, but it's transformative. You've learned to hold space for uncertainty, to find clarity in confusion, and to love deeply, even when it's hard. This is the soul's journey, and you're already embodying it. Now let's talk about what's coming through so strongly in their energy. I appreciate you. Despite everything, despite the emotional waves, the delays, and the confusion, there's a powerful sense of gratitude coming from your person. They may still be wrestling with their feelings, but they admire you. They see your strength, your patience, your ability to meet them where they are. The way you've held space for their healing, the way you've shown up with love instead of judgment, it's touched them more than they can say. You've seen parts of them they usually keep hidden. You've handled their fears and complexities with a kind of grace they didn't know existed. That kind of emotional safety is rare, and it's what keeps them connected to you. There's someone who usually leads with their mind, logic first, emotions later, but this connection has flipped that completely. It's gone straight to their heart, bypassing all the usual defenses, and now they're left wondering how they ever lived without it. Right now, they may not be ready to leap forward just yet, but they can see what's possible with you. They already envision a future, one where you're by their side. The frustration they feel comes from knowing what they want, but still having to navigate all the layers of growth it'll take to get there. You are their destination, and even if the road ahead feels long or uncertain, they're walking it with you in mind. They know deep down that you're the one they want to be with, but they also understand that getting there isn't something that can be rushed. It takes time, patience, and a lot of understanding. This path you're both on is more than just a relationship. It's a journey, one that asks you to honor the process, not speed through it. At the heart of this connection is something much bigger than either of you. If you resonate with the idea of twin flames, you'll understand that this bond didn't just happen by chance, it chose you. There's a powerful sense of destiny behind it, a deeper calling that both of you are slowly stepping into, even if the road feels difficult or unclear. It's common on this kind of path to feel isolated, confused, or like no one really understands what you're going through, but those feelings of being out of place are actually signs that you're exactly where you need to be. Every experience is part of something divine, unfolding in its own perfect timing, even when it's hard to see. Your person feels everything you're going through, the emotional highs, the lows, the confusion, the hope. They get it, and they see the strength you've carried through it all. More than just noticing your journey, they're also deeply moved by it. You've had a profound impact on them. Being in your presence has stirred something inside them they didn't know existed. You've helped them awaken to a more conscious, elevated version of themselves. They're beginning to see life differently, with more clarity and purpose, and it's because of the light you brought into their world. Meeting you has aligned them more closely with their higher self. They're beginning to live from a place of truth and spiritual growth. To them, this wasn't just some random connection. It feels like it was written in the stars. They now recognize that your paths crossed for a reason, and that a divine force is guiding it all. Through this bond, they've come to believe in something greater than themselves and understand that they were chosen for this journey, just like you were. If you've been wondering how they truly feel about you, know this. They love you deeply. This isn't the kind of love that comes and goes. It's rooted in something far deeper than surface-level attraction. It's a yearning for soul-level connection, the kind of love that speaks without words and exists beyond physical presence. They've realized that what they want isn't just romance, it's emotional intimacy, sacred union, and true understanding. There's been a shift within them, especially in their divine masculine energy. They're now seeking something more meaningful, more emotionally rich, and they're looking to connect with the divine feminine energy in a more authentic way. This change reflects a desire to grow and to move beyond the superficial into something truly transformative. Their appreciation for you goes beyond simple admiration. It's a deep soul-level gratitude for the emotional and spiritual growth they've experienced through knowing you. Even when you're apart in the physical sense, they feel your presence with them. You're with them in quiet moments, in their thoughts, in their dreams, and through that unseen connection, they've continued to evolve in ways they never expected. Your bond has opened them up emotionally, allowed them to explore their inner world, and pushed them toward healing. They've been on their own journey of self-discovery, asking some of life's deepest questions. They've been turning to something higher, something spiritual, in search of clarity. One of the biggest questions they carry is why your souls were brought together in this lifetime. There's a quiet ache in them to understand the meaning of your connection, and while this search has sometimes left them feeling lost or frustrated, they're beginning to see that this isn't something that can be forced. It has to unfold naturally. This journey hasn't been a straight line. It's been full of emotional twists and turns, moments of deep clarity followed by confusion, feelings of joy shadowed by uncertainty. They've felt both drawn to you and conflicted within themselves, and that push and pull has been hard to navigate. But it's also been necessary. These moments of chaos and stillness, of connection and distance, have all served a greater purpose. They've helped them grow. Through all of it, they're learning to trust the timing, trust the lessons, and believe that everything is happening for a reason, because there is a plan here, even if it can't all be seen yet. Right now, your person is in a reflective space, going through a deep internal transformation. There's a lot of emotional energy clearing out. making space for something new to come in. They're asking themselves the kinds of questions that open doors, questions that touch the soul. This isn't just idle thinking. It's a true spiritual awakening where each layer they peel back brings them closer to their truth. Avoiding these questions or burying their emotions would only block their growth, but they're leaning into it. They're allowing curiosity to guide them, and in doing so, they're opening themselves up to insights that can shift everything. This kind of self-inquiry is leading them to a deeper understanding, not just of you and your connection, but of who they really are. In this moment, they're really trying to understand why your souls came together. They feel like there are patterns repeating, cycles that keep circling back, and while those loops can be frustrating, they're also here to teach something essential that has to be understood before the path can fully open up. These cycles aren't random, they're guiding transformation. They're preparing both of you for what's to come. This connection between you and your person is no accident. It's part of something greater, something divinely guided. Whether you're fully aware of it or not, this powerful energy has been at play all along, quietly weaving your journeys together in ways that go far beyond the physical. Your person is starting to sense that there's something far deeper happening here, something more meaningful than they first understood. They're realizing that what you share isn't just ordinary love. It's a connection that feels fated, spiritual, and timeless. They're beginning to see that the bond between you runs deeper than just emotions or attraction. It feels like destiny. Like a love that was written in the stars long before either of you existed in this lifetime, and as this awareness grows, it's nudging them towards something even more profound, a new sense of purpose, one that includes you in ways they're only starting to grasp. They might not have it all figured out yet, but the realization has taken root. What's especially beautiful is how they're starting to see you in a new light, not just as a romantic partner, but as a mirror. In you, they recognize parts of themselves they'd forgotten or hidden away. You reflect back pieces of their soul, and this recognition is shaking something loose in them. They're beginning to understand that you weren't brought into their life by chance. You're a part of them. You are two halves of a sacred whole, brought together by something much bigger than either of you could ever plan. Now, they're asking the deep questions, the ones that can't be easily put into words. Questions about purpose, about fate, about the reason they're here and what your role in their life truly means. And even though they may not talk about it openly, their spirit is waking up. They're starting to see the bigger picture, and it includes you. They're becoming more open to deeper soul-level communication with you, the kind that goes beyond words and speaks through energy, intuition, and presence. The moment you're in right now is powerful. The energy around it is shifting, growing, evolving. Both of you are being guided toward an awakening that will reshape the path of your lives. The questions that are coming up, the emotional clearing, the insights, none of it is random. It's all part of a divine unfolding, a sacred journey meant to bring you closer to your truth and each other. Know that this connection has always had a purpose. Your paths crossed for a reason. Since you met, something deep within both of you has shifted. Parts of your soul that had been asleep are now wide awake. You've both changed, forever, and the bond between you has grown stronger because of it. This isn't a fleeting connection. It's something rare and transformative, essential to the growth of your souls. Your person is feeling a whirlwind of emotions, confusion, excitement, anticipation. They've been through other relationships, encountered different kinds of love, but nothing compares to what they've experienced with you. You've touched something in them that no one else has. You've challenged them, inspired them, and opened their eyes to a new way of seeing the world. Their life before you now feels like a distant memory. You've changed everything, and not just emotionally. It's a soul-deep transformation. This relationship isn't like anything found in the usual world. It goes beyond what we can touch, beyond what's tangible. It's spiritual. Love, in its truest form, is rare, and what you two share is that kind of love. You were chosen for this. You were chosen because you can hold this kind of love and allow it to unfold with all its power and grace. It's not just about romance. It's about recognizing each other on a soul level. It's about remembering who you are and why you're here. There's a divine quality to this connection, something that resonates with the universe itself. If you feel this deep in your soul, it's likely because you've always had a spiritual nature, whether you realized it or not. Your energy is potent. It changes things. It awakens others, even if you don't always see it. You are deeply connected to Source, to the Creator, and your energy radiates in a way that touches everyone around you. You're magnetic, not just to this person, but to life itself. You weren't meant to live a small life. You're here to create something meaningful, something that leaves an imprint beyond your personal story. This connection is part of that. It's part of your calling to help raise the collective vibration, to inspire others simply by being who you are. The road won't always be easy, but every challenge is shaping you into the version of yourself that the world needs. You are a channel for healing, for love, and for profound change. This bond you share is proof of your power. You and your person are no longer who you once were. You're both evolving, side by side, spiritually, emotionally, energetically, and together. You're building something sacred. It's more than a relationship. It's a movement of souls aligning. What you're creating together has the potential to shift not just your lives, but the world around you. So stay open. Trust this process. Let it unfold naturally. You're exactly where you need to be. This journey is divine, and your love is the kind that changes everything. This message carries a powerful truth. You've been chosen for something truly special. The connection you share with your counterpart isn't just random or coincidental. It's deeply meaningful. The bond between you runs on a soul level, and your union has a greater purpose. This journey you're on isn't just about love. It's about stepping into something much bigger than either of you may have imagined at first. You came into each other's lives for a reason. You're here to awaken to a truth so profound that it could shift everything you thought you knew about yourself and your purpose. This isn't just about finding love, though the love you share is beautiful and deeply fulfilling. There's a greater mission at work. Both of you have something powerful to bring into the world, and this connection is meant to help unlock that potential. Through this relationship, you're being called to grow, evolve, and heal in ways you might not have believed possible. You're not just walking through life with a partner, you're walking alongside someone who reflects your highest self. Together, you're meant to shine that light into the world. It's important to recognize that you mirror each other. This connection is a divine reminder that you are the embodiment of love in its highest form. When doubts arise, when things feel uncertain, or when delays or challenges show up, remember this. You were chosen for this. You have what it takes to embody this rare and powerful love. It's not just transformative for you. It's meant to ripple out and impact the world around you. If you've been feeling a shift or noticing some distance in your counterpart's energy, it's likely because they're turning inward. They're seeking clarity, both spiritually and emotionally, trying to understand the depth of what you two share. They may be feeling the weight of this connection, not in a heavy way, but with reverence. Realizing that it's far more than just a passing moment, they're thinking about how to move forward, how to nurture what you have, and how to grow it into something that fulfills both your shared mission and the love at the heart of it. Know that they're not alone on this path. If this journey resonates with you, trust that you, as a powerful feminine energy, are spiritually tuned in and more than capable of navigating this connection with grace and strength. Your person is right there with you, feeling these shifts just as deeply. They're not pulling away, they're reflecting, aligning, and preparing for what's next. This journey goes beyond romantic love. It's about awakening to your full potential and honoring the sacred connection that ties the two of you together. It's about stepping into the purpose you were meant to fulfill together, something greater than either of you could achieve alone. If this message has touched your heart and you're finding value in what we share, consider supporting the channel with a super thanks. It truly helps more than you know, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss more messages like this, updates that uplift, inspire, and guide you on your path.